Good morning. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Naimbag abigatyo amin apo. I'm Bernie, the eldest child of Editha, also known as Auntie Edith or Manang Eddie to many of you. On behalf of my stepfather, Papa Manuel, my two sisters, Marby and Lias, Jeanette, Nonong, Tricia and Eros, and Bernadette, my wife Lorraine and children Samantha, JB and Aloy, my sister-in-law Letty and Paul, Uncle Rudy and Uncle Romy and their families. We would like to thank you for coming out to pay your respects and say your final farewell to my mother. Thank you also to all of your consoling words, condolences, sympathy messages, the flowers and contributions you sent. They are sincerely appreciated. Maraming salamat po. Diyos ti agngina kada kayo amin apo. Let me begin with a short bio of Mama. Her parents were Maximino Macusi from Sudipen, La Union, and Guadalupe Baswil from Asingan, Pangasinan. She was the second in a family of four. Their eldest is Ofelia Furuganan, who passed away already, and her two brothers are Rodolfo Macusi and Romulo Macusi, who unfortunately, like the rest of us, were unable to travel to our hometown of Gonzaga in the province of Cagayan due to travel restrictions and quarantine requirements. Mamang and our father, Macusi Sychangco of Tuguegarao City, raised four children, Marby, Jeanette, Erwin, and I. Despite their limited resources and with help from relatives, they were able to send all of us to universities in Manila, and we did not fail them, as all of us finished our college degrees. In particular, Mamang was very proud when we did well in school. She collected all our ribbons, medals, and other awards and displayed them prominently in our house in Gonzaga. Tuwang-tuwa siya nung bata pa kami kung may natatanggap kaming award sa school. Ibinibida niya sa kapitbahay namin, kaya naman kilalang-kilala kami sa aming bayan. When my father died in 1987, Mamang remarried my stepfather, Papa Manuel Yangat. At that time, me and my sister Jeanette were already starting a family. I remember she was so happy when my son JB or Johnny was born, her first apo. She was thrilled when Aloysius or Aloy was born. Now she had two apos. She regularly visited us and her apos in Tuguegarao. When my sister Jeanette and family migrated to Canada with her two young daughters, Tricia and Bernadette, it was Mamang who came over to take care of her third and fourth apo. She only left Canada when my sister was settled and the two young apos started their schooling. She joined my stepfather in Maui, Hawaii, where she worked until her retirement in 2014. While working in Hawaii, she and my stepfather were very generous to us, their children, especially to our youngest, Erwin, who was living in the Philippines with her wife Letty and son Paul. Everything that Erwin asked for, Mamang and Papa Manuel gave it to him. Mamang sent them regularly door-to-door box containing assorted items like food, vitamins, and clothing, and of course, macadamia nuts. Mahal na mahal talaga ni Mamang si Erwin. Spoiled na anak. But unfortunately, he died suddenly in 2013 and left my mother heartbroken with the death of her youngest child. Mamang and Papa Manuel worked very hard in Hawaii and saved much of their earnings. They rebuilt our old house in Gonzaga para daw meron kaming magandang tirahan pag umuwi kami at nagbabakasyon doon. Before she retired, I was happy to visit them twice in Maui, a really nice place for vacation and relaxation. When she retired, I was expecting her to retire in Hawaii so that we have a reason to travel and visit her once in a while. But to my surprise, she chose to retire in our hometown of Gonzaga, which she loves so much. When given the choice to retire between Hawaii and the Philippines, she chose her home country. And for this, I respected her even more for her love of country. My family and my sisters were lucky to visit her a few times after her retirement in the Philippines. In fact, I was planning to visit her this year, but did not expect her to die so suddenly. I would like to mention that my mother was like a second mother to many of my cousins in Gonzaga. I know that they are grieving too for losing their second mother. I'm referring to my cousins Jing Dimla, Chevy Cortez, Agnes Simbe, the late Hazel, and Lito Puruganan. Lahat sila inalagaan ni Mamang noong mga bata pa sila. Si Agnes, palaging tinatahian ni Mamang ng damit niya at binibigyan ng mga laruan noong bata pa siya. Si Hazel at Lito naman, palagi niyang binibigyan ng pera at pagkain galing sa maliit na tindahan namin noon. While enjoying her retirement, my mother decided to reopen her store, which was closed when she was in Hawaii. I asked her one day, bakit pa siya nagtitinda ulit? Samantalang sapat naman yung pensyon na tinatanggap niya para sa pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan nila. Pero ang sabi niya sa akin, lalo siyang nanghihina at nagkakasakit pag hindi siya active at kung walang ginagawa. At isa pa, nakakatulong daw siya sa mga kliyente niya na mga estudyante. Mura lang kasi ang mga paninda niya, kaya paborito siyang puntahan ng mga estudyante na alam naman natin na limited ang budget. Lastly, hindi kumpleto ang kwento ko kay Mamang kung hindi ko banggitin na the best siyang magluto ng chicken tinola. Yun ang namimiss ko na luto niya pag umuwi ako noon sa Gonzaga. My college classmate, Edmund, who is now based in British Columbia, has this to say about my mother's tinola. Every time I cook chicken tinola, he said, I remember the tinola she cooked for us when I visited your home in Gonzaga. So far, her tinola is the best I ever had, cooked with one of your own native chickens. Mamang, you taught us all what are important in life, to love, to be kind and generous, and to care for our family. We will always love you, and you will be missed. Say hello to Papang, to Erwin, to Lolo Mino and Lula Uping, Auntie Hasmin. I'm sure they will welcome you in heaven. Goodbye, Mamang, and thank you.